The last strategy for scaffolding writing is the cooperative strip paragraph. This is another classic strategy that is very powerful in teaching students how to write effectively. We're engaging students here in the process of writing. We're using a graphic organizer to build together and collaboratively a piece of writing. Once we've built the cooperative strip paragraph with our students, we can utilize a rubric and teach them how to use a rubric to engage in the writing process. As they read, respond, revise, and edit the paragraph that they've created collaboratively, we can refer back to the rubric and see how we can improve that collaborative writing piece. Students can then move to collaborative writing in teams. They can use a team-sized pocket chart to create a paragraph based on the original paragraph that we wrote as a class. Sometimes I'll take one of the sentences from the paragraph and have a team write a new paragraph using that particular sentence. On other occasions, I'll have students take the idea from that sentence and create a paragraph from it. Now, this might seem a bit formulaic, where students have written out a paragraph, are extracting one sentence, using that as the topic sentence, and building their paragraph, but it gives them the idea of how we can build upon our writing, where we are writing an overview, then providing some detail in the body of our essay. We're providing the opportunity for students to practice collaboratively with their teammates and build a new paragraph together. From there, we can have students write individually as well. In either of these cases, we can teach students how to utilize a rubric, how to utilize a tool to improve their writing along the way. As teams write paragraphs, and as individuals write paragraphs, we can begin to build in some peer-to-peer editing as well. Now, this can be a difficult and confusing process in the classroom. What I recommend is go back to the rubric that you're utilizing for your writing. Choose specific elements from the rubric to have students provide feedback to each other. For example, two teams might get together and look at each other's writing. As they're looking at a specific aspect in the rubric, perhaps organization, perhaps ideas, whichever one it is, they're looking at the writing with the lens of that aspect of the rubric. Then have students provide specific feedback from that particular aspect of the rubric on the peer's writing. When we have them provide specific feedback from a rubric, it prevents students saying things like, "Good job," "I like your writing," which is much too general. We ask them to provide specific feedback based on those topics in the rubric. After the teams have gotten together and engaged in that process, students can do that one-on-one as well, where they're trading their papers and engaging in some peer feedback and some peer revision and editing. Our writing is much more powerful when we get feedback from others, when we share it with other people. It's also more motivating. Writing should never be just for one person, just for the teacher. We want to share our ideas, to share our knowledge. Whenever we're thinking about scaffolding, it's important to consider what I like to call the Goldilocks principle. Not too much, not too little, just right. Because if we provide too much scaffolding for students, they don't grow. We need to find that sweet spot of providing them enough scaffolding to be successful, but not too much, because then we endanger building in learned helplessness, where students feel like they can't do it unless we provide them with something. We want to lead them to independence. Scaffolding is designed to be removed over time. That said, if we don't provide any scaffolding, then students aren't able to accomplish it. Consider Vygotsky's zone of proximal development. Where a student is, +1. Not +10, that's too much. We just need to provide the support that a student needs to take it to the next level, and then either ramp up the complexity or remove scaffolds little by little so that students can be independent and successful.